Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. And this week we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting decimals, and also we're going to be looking at finding complements to one as well. All right, so this is going to build on lots of the work that we did on fractions, decimals, and percentages. All right, so I want you to try and remember some of those skills and some of the knowledge that you gained whilst we were doing that unit. But really this week is about deepening our understanding of decimals and also being able to add and subtract decimals using written methods. We're going to be finding the difference whilst also working with decimals, and hopefully by the end of the week we'll be really confident with using a written methods for adding and subtracting. All right, so I'm going to sort of talk a little bit first about what we're going to be doing with adding, and then you'll be able to apply that when you're looking at subtracting. And we're going to look at just a couple of examples of finding complements to one as well. All right. Now, before I go on, the answers will be on the website, and they'll be linked each day with most of the work that we do. If the answers aren't there, then they will be in the White Rose unit, and I've put that document on the website as well, so you can just open that, and then if you go through it, it goes in sequence, and you'll be able to look at the answers there. Okay, so that should be really useful for you and for all the parents as well. Okay, I probably should have done that with some of the other units as well, but there we go. We live and we learn. Let's take a look at this question here. The yellow question. So we've got 0.45 plus 0.005. So we've got 4 4/10ths, and we've got 500ths. And then in the other number, you can see there that we have nothing in the tenths. There's nothing in the hundredths, but we do have 5,000ths. Now, some of you may well be able to do that without using a written method, but I'm just going to show you how to set it out, because there might be one or two of you out there thinking, hang on, that's quite confusing, because we've got a number to 2 decimal places and a number to 3 decimal places. Well, I'll just show you quickly how to set it out. So I would put 0.45 on the top, and my adding symbol. Always good practice to do that. Yeah, and then now to make it easier for me to get into this question, I'm just going to put a 0 here. I'm going to put a 0 in my thousandths column, because we don't have anything in that column. If we were going to set that out on a place value grid, there would be no thousandths there. So I'm going to put a 0 in. Now you notice that I've set my work out really neatly. I've tried to be as organised as I possibly can, and that's what we'd like you guys to do as well. All right. Now, once you've done that, you can see there it should be really quite straightforward. All right, when you're looking at adding those two numbers together. All right, so we'd like you to follow that example with the other examples that you have this week. All right. Okay, so the other questions I want us to look at today, and this will be a question that you'll be doing later on in the week on Thursday. That is the part whole model. All right, and this is where you're looking at finding complements to one. So you're trying to make one, as you can see there. Okay, or trying to make one in each one of these questions here. So I think the easiest way to do that is to try and find the difference. And whenever we're finding the difference, we're subtracting. Okay, so if you look at 1, all right, and I'm going to put this to, I am going to put a placeholder in there, because as you can see here, we've got 4/10ths here. All right, so if we take 1 and we take 4/10ths away, we're left with this number here. Okay, all right, and then if you wanted to check your answer, you could do 0.4 plus whatever we have in this circle, and it will make 1. All right, so this is how I'd like you to have it. This is the method I want you to do when you're doing all 3 of these questions. Okay, all right, so when we look at this question now, we can see, okay, right, we've got 0, and we're going to try and take away the 4/10ths from that, and we know we can't do that, so we're going to have to exchange. All right, so we're going to cross over the decimal point, and we're going to exchange our 1 that we have here. All right, so we're going to cross this out, we're going to exchange it, and then we should be able to answer that really easily. Don't forget to put your decimal point in. Okay, all right. Now that's something we always talk about when we're looking at working with decimals. Sometimes people forget. All right, so make sure you pop that in there. I'm not going to go through that answer. I want you to try and have a go at that yourself. But it's going to work exactly the same for this question and for this question here. Okay. So good luck with these, boys and girls. All right. If you do have any issues or if there's any problems, please feel free to email me, and I will try and get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. All right. Hope you have a fantastic week. All right. Goodbye.